Hello everyone, it's another episode of Life with Hope. I'm just trying to warm up right now. It's kind of cold in my house. I was going to turn on the heater, but it's a little loud for the video, so I'm like, oh, gotta give and take a little bit, so I'll just be cold for this video. That's all right. This episode is about wedding stuff. Because now that my wedding is past, I don't have to worry and stress about it anymore. But I want to just kind of highlight some details and things of what I recommend and what helped me and part of the planning process and just random things like that. I don't have like an exact spreadsheet or whatever it is to like say like this and this. I'm just gonna kind of go all over the place with it and just make note of a couple things. So besides the whole part of like the guest list and everything, that's like a totally separate topic and thing, but that's something to decide with your spouse to be. And if you are both wanting like certain number or not, to just try to find somewhere in the middle of that. That's like totally separate topic, the guest list and everything, but I'm going to go into the parts of found a venue, and the venue that we ended up going with already kind of had everyone and everything included with that, which made it so nice and so simplistic. It was just like having the food involved, the photographer, the videographer, the flowers, the DJ, and all that stuff was all like part of the package, which I was super stoked on, and that's kind of why I wanted to go that direction with it, was because initially I'd wanted to just kind of find like a shell of a place and then like do everything like myself, like find my own DJ, find my own food vendor, find my own this and that, and kind of want to do it all. But I was just like looking at those options side by side, and it just looked like way more of a headache and stress for me personally to decide on that like a la carte style and to coordinate with every single person and like make those calls and make those arrangements. And I was just like, you know what, I don't want to do all that stuff. So to make it so less stressful was going through the option of who we went with, and it was just absolutely incredible. And like they were just so hands-on. We had like a group chat going with them the whole time to just make everything super seamless. But the things that I wanted to touch on and stuff that I feel like helped me along the process was, as far as music goes, I ended up just like, what did I do? I just created a playlist or something on Spotify, and I would just constantly add to it. Like, and I started that like months and months and months in advance, because I just wanted like good songs and like our kind of music and everything. So, and we had free reign with that. So that was nice that we were able to, they gave us the option, like either pick kind of a genre or pick a couple artists and just like, and then we'll kind of take it from there. Or they're like, you can literally pick like all the songs if you want. So I kind of did that. I just gave like more options. I was like, here's everything, like here's all the songs. Of course you don't have to play every single one, but at least it's like music that we know and that we love. And so I highly recommend doing that. Like if you are able to pick out your music and everything, start that like so in advance, and just like whenever you're like listening to things on the radio or whatever, just make a note of it or just add it to your playlist. That was very helpful. And then same with like the details of like the walking down the aisle and like the first dance and then the dance with the father, mother, all those different things. I like made into another playlist too, so I would kind of know like this song is for this person, this song is for this, blah blah blah. So music, that was the big thing that was very helpful. And then kind of looking at the big picture of everything, of what's important and not so important to you. And I'll explain an example. So for instance, like floral, the flowers, all that was not very important to me. Like, I didn't really care what the situation was with flowers. I wanted like just whatever the lowest budget possible is. Not that I don't love flowers. Like, I love flowers. They're great. But I just didn't really care to have that be a big expenditure. I think that's the proper word. I just didn't want that one to be like a huge priority, because I was just kind of left that to my peoples. And I was like, whatever you guys think is more classic, timeless and stuff. So I think we just went with like white and some greenery and stuff like that. And I was like, that's good. That's good with me. Like, I don't really care. So that's like for me to know of like, okay, I don't need to like look at this and stress too much about it. I would just be like, flowers, handled, somebody take care of them. Okay, great. So that I could just kind of move on and like direct my focus somewhere else. And then the thing that was super easy too with our venue was like food. That was all, we could just like choose from different categories of types of food and stuff. So I think there's like barbecue style, Mexican, different. And so we just kind of had different categories that we could select with that. And had like our food tasting, and that was just super fun, just being able to do that process and choose our signature drinks and everything like that. But yeah, so like food, all that was like pretty easy as far as our package deal went, because I just, again, was in their hands and they would just did our tasting and then that was it. And then another thing that wasn't very important to me, again, was like the dessert, because I'm gluten-free, I have my food allergies and stuff. So I'm like, I don't really care too much about the dessert part of it. The only thing is that making sure I get a cake or something that I can eat to do like that first like photo and stuff, if that's something that you want to do. So the cake, we able I did it twice. We were able to get it from I think Nothing Bundt Cakes. I think that's what it was, gluten-free, and make it kind of pretty. They did a little flower on top and everything like that. So ended up just choosing that. And then again, with our venue, with like the dessert situation, we kind of did it of, what do you call it? Like a dessert bar. So it had like different options, like brownies, cookies, lemon bars, cheesecake, this like just all different items. And so that was nice and simple to just be like, cool, those sound good, great, easy peasy. Like, again, don't have to think, don't have to stress too much. And then there's another option to think of for the actual wedding day itself is some people may have heard of the like money dance and stuff. So that's like a thing, I guess, that people do. And I think I discovered that by going to another friend's wedding, that they did one, and I was like, that was pretty cool. Like, maybe we want to try that out for our wedding. So I kind of got that inspo from them. And so we had told our venue, we're like, oh, we want to do the money dance as well. And so we were kind of getting close to that spot, and the timeline of the day, like, just separate note, the wedding day flies by. Like, people tell you that, but when you experience it yourself, wow, it just really goes right past you. Best day ever though. Literally, I know that they say that kind of stuff, like it's the best day of your life, and you're like, really, is it? No, it seriously was. Like, it was seriously incredible and magical and amazing. And yes, sorry, it's gonna distract me by just thinking of that. But so the money dance, as far as that goes, we were gonna like schedule that into the timeline of wherever it fell in. I think either before the first dance or were speeches or things like that. So we were gonna do that, but then they come up to us and they said, hey, what do you think about this idea instead? And literally threw this suggestion to us the day of, and we just ended up going that direction with them, because we're like, actually, yes, like that's a great idea, and let's do that option instead. So what they suggested to us was, because the money dance is going to take a decent amount of time, just getting lined up, the both of us, and then having like our entire guest list of everybody kind of like coming up to us and doing individual dances, and we were already kind of running low on time. So they were like, okay, the other option is you can have both your sides, they're your bridesmaids and your groomsmen, and it's kind of a money, like a competition. I don't remember what they called it. I wish I could remember what phrase they used, but I don't recall. But essentially it was like bridesmaids versus groomsmen. And so I think they had started a song to play, and they all had to like go around the whole room and like dance and collect money from sides, and whoever collected the most from one side was the winner. And so it was like a little competition like that to just like dance and run around and collect the money between the girls and the guys and everything. And it was just so like fun and interactive, and it went by and like it took up less than 5 minutes of time, whereas the whole money dance was going to be 15, 20 and all that. And I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot of time, and you're like, okay, what's the difference? 5 to 10 minutes, like not a big deal. But on the wedding day, it's a big deal because you don't really have that many time windows left. Everything is very structured, and there is like a timeline and a time frame for everything and stuff. So it's wild. It's pretty wild. But that was something I just wanted to throw out at ya and see if you may be interested in that for your wedding. If you are even thinking, I mean, it's not even a required thing. You can literally do whatever you want. It's your wedding day. But yeah, so I just wanted to throw that suggestion out. And then I think the last thing I wanted to throw at you was as far as photographers and videographer. Again, ours was part of our whole package deal, which was great. I do want to recommend to anyone getting married soon or thinking about this in the planning process to, yes, get a videographer. I know that some people go like, oh, I don't want to pay that extra money, or I just want to do photos and that'll be good. But I heard, like, not even just from me, so many other people before we had our wedding had told us that, whether they had the experience themselves or that they missed out on it. I had a lot of people say like, I regret not having a videographer, or people saying, I am so happy that we did get our videographer. And that is exactly how I feel, because I feel like it really let you capture that day and all those moments, and then to be able to go back in time and to like live through that again is just so incredible. Because I know, like, yes, photos are so beautiful and everything, looking at them you're like, oh yes, I remember that person and this and that, and looking at the photos. But the video, and to hear the voices and to see the smiling and the laughing and all those different, like, it's such a huge moment. And hopefully it's the one and only day of your life experience, wedding day. But if you are able to capture that and to somehow save up the extra cash to make that happen, I highly recommend it, because the videos are just chef's kiss. Like they're just so amazing. So that's what I will leave you with, is if you're in the wedding planning process and you're kind of on the edge of trying to decide to get one or to not get one, go get one. So yeah, that's kind of all I have. I know it was a little bit, like I said, all over the place as far as suggestions and what I did and this and that. But yeah, I just wanted to throw those different ideas out for you to see what you think. And again, you can literally forget everything that I said and be like, "Hope I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to you." That's fine. Like, you don't have to. It's your wedding day. Do whatever the heck you want to do. I just wanted to tell you what I thought worked or what didn't work for certain things. So that was it, and that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching this show. I don't know what accent that was. I don't know. I'm just me, okay? Just little old me, life with hope. And thank you so much, as always, for watching and supporting me in my journey. And yes, all right. Well, I will see you next time. Thank you.